Grant Cottage, and I refurbished this typewriter for Grant Cottage. It spent most of the winter in my shop. When I got it, it was not in great shape. It's a late 19th century Remington typewriter, and it is what's called a blind writer, meaning that when the typist was typing, they couldn't see what they were typing. They would have to lift up the carriage here, and they would see what the paper had underneath. They would put it back down and continue typing. It's also what's known as an upstroke typewriter, as opposed to the typewriter you're familiar with, where when we press down on a key, the type bar comes up from the front. These typewriters, when you press a key, they came up from underneath, meaning they're an upstroke. They would hit the ribbon and hit the platen here. When I got this typewriter, it had no ribbon, it had no ribbon spools, it was missing a lot of parts, and it was in severely bad shape. So I took everything down on it, tore it all down, and I wanted to make it not only a display piece, but I thought it'd be great if we could make it a working typewriter. So I actually got it working, got it typing. I typed some stuff from Grant's memoirs on it and sent it to the folks here, and I finished it up after spending a good part of the winter, as I said, in my shop. And it's a beautiful piece, and it's it's a lovely piece, and it's period correct. Nothing has been upgraded on it. It is exactly like it was. I'm much more of a preservationist than a restorationist, so I preserved what was there.
So just so folks understand how the typewriter was used, when General Grant first arrived here, he was dictating to a stenographer who Sam Clemens had paid to help him with the book. And then the stenographer would transcribe the shorthand onto the typewriter. But very shortly after he arrived, it became too painful for him to talk, and General Grant had to switch to writing out the memoirs in longhand. And if you do visit us at the cottage, you'll see some of the copies of the transcripts that General Grant had written out in longhand. So thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to do it.